I'm inside the Chadian embassy speaking with two ladies from, what is your name and where are you from?
My name is Noursham Bashir Nia. I'm from Chad.
And are you living where now?
I'm the first lady of the embassy.
Well, I did not know that. I guess almost everybody from Chad has been in these other language classes, learning language, and they've come along so well and so fast that it makes me wonder how hard is it to learn Arabic.
Actually, Chad is bilingual country. It's French Arabic, and those who send their kids to the Arabic speaking schools, they speak Arabic fluently. Those who send their kids to the French schools, they speak French fluently. And those who choose English as third language or second language in middle schools, then they speak English, for example, fluently. For example, myself, I study English in university level when I went to the Khartoum University Faculty of Education English Department, and I took American literature as a main subject for me. And then also
You took American what?
American literature. We study White Woodman, Robert Frost, Ernest Hemingway, all those, and I did a lot of research on that. Beside that, uh, knowing language is just something that we like it.
So do you think that in America, we haven't really been pushed. I had Spanish, but we haven't really been pushed to learn different languages. Is that just a mindset to learn the different languages?
Honestly, I when I came first to America, I was wondering why the Americans are speaking only one language, because America to me is everything. I thought that the Americans know everything, literally. And then I discovered that they just, you can put them in the chair and I can just talk to my sister over there about you and you know nothing. And I can, in my sitting here, I can speak four languages while I see that the Americans are speaking one language. So maybe because they never need to go out, they never need anybody, maybe because they are on the top. I don't know. But knowing different languages today in the global, in this globalization era is important, I believe. Spanish, English, French, Arabic, any language. Knowing more than one language is really something very good. And now I'm pushing my kids to master the English because since they're speaking French and they're speaking Arabic fluently and they're speaking our tribe language for some extent, then it's good for them to know to master English, not just to know English. I myself pushing myself, going to tutoring and although I'm doing my doctoral degree, I know myself I'm still need a lot to master this language. It's a language. I put effort on that.
Tell me something. Fort Wayne is kind of a small community, but we have about 85 different ethnic groups there. What can be learned? I mean, to me, it seems like just by knowing your neighbor, you can become so worldly astute just by knowing just a little bit about people who live right down the street from you. Why is that a hard concept to grasp?
First of all, I like to thank Fort Wayne people because I have been in Fort Wayne and I love that land and I love those people because I found generosity, kind of a good, humble. They reflect a real American face for me, Fort Wayne people, because I lived with them for a while. To have a lot of ethnicity there because the life there is good, easy. People are escaping from their lands either seeking freedom or dignity or food or education, and you can find all that in in Fort Wayne. So whatever you like it, you can find it there. People, the original people are welcoming the government, working hard, facilitate the health, the education. That making us come to this. That's why you find these 80 plus ethnicities. But for the American not to grasp from the others, I believe maybe because they don't have time. They are hard workers. For example, for the Chadian family, the normal Chadian family, the father work and the mother take care of the kids. She try to benefit from the extra time she has. But the American, for example, you find both sides are working. Get up at 7 o'clock and come back by 5 o'clock. and then try to do the necessities also, sometimes homework at home. So that maybe makes them very busy that they may not be able to focus on other languages or on anything else. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason.
That's so accurate because I've been working on that for a long time, and either I've seen that some are just fearful because of a different style of dress than the Western way that we dressed, or they might have their hair is different or just little differences, and I've always heard that differences scare people, but I never realized how much it scares people. And then just with people knowing another language and speaking it around some Americans makes Americans feel odd because they're paranoid and and they think that you're talking about them when you're not, but it's just and plus Americans like to blame others, and that's convenient, I believe, to blame somebody else because they're from someplace else. But we in Fort Wayne have been working. I've met different people from Chad, different people from Burma, different people from Vietnam, and I've met a core of people who like to reach out and share. And I just think that so much intelligence can be learned from one group to another. Is that accurate?
The same picture we have it at Chad when the Americans come to Chad. For example, at the beginning, for example, I have um, many foreigners in my avenue. Then the neighbors, they don't just, we welcome the foreigners, but when they speak different language than us, when they dress different than us, when they eat different than us, do everything different than us, that make you a little bit hesitate as human, because you don't know the other side. But with the time, we love those people. We bring them to our houses. We introduce them to our traditions and customs and food, and we share and we start learning their language. And I remember a lot of British people who came in the different NGOs in Chad when we were young. We listened to them, and we tried to correct our sentences the way they said it, because we believe they are native speakers. I believe that's what's going to happen in 422. I really give the reason for those who may look differently, especially in America after September 11. When something happened to you, it's just happened. The fear is going to be there. But for the community, for the different communities and the ethnicities who came to America, to reflect the good side of them and to show that the evil is not in everybody. It could be in any society. I remember that my teacher used to teach us the bell curve. She put 16 on the plus and 16 on the minus. Then she puts the 68 in the middle. When she teaching us the class, how to do your class plan, she said, you don't focus on the smartest kids on the class, the 16s, although you don't ignore them, so they kind of feel bored. You have to put a question that can address them and encourage them to continue on the class. You don't ignore the 16 minus, who are, you can say, less abilities or, slower in their accepting whatever you offer. But you don't ignore them. Also, you give them something that make them think, oh, we are sharing also the class. But your focus is going to be on the 68. In the Americans also, I'm sure as humans, we're going to find minus, we're going to find plus, we're going to find 86. In the ethnicities around Fort Wayne also, definitely we're going to find the best, those who are already Americanized, as we said in between quotations, they already Americanized by any means, 16 plus, if we say plus. Then those who refuse to Americanize completely, by any means, no matter what you offer, no matter what you did, minus 16. But the focus is supposed to be on the 68, the normal people who wants to be normal people, who wants to eat and drink and adopt the new system for some extent without losing their organs. But they don't want to be separated from the society because they love to be part of it. You live in some place 1, 2, 3, 5 years, you just feel automatically You love that place. You send your kids to school. You already love the curriculum because you're doing the homeworks all the time. You go to the hospital 3, 4 times. You already know the nurse names. You know, it becomes your home. So the 68 is supposed to be the focus.